Hey everyone, welcome to our tutorial on operators and expressions, specifically the Boolean operators of and or. All right, as you can see, I have our Visual Studio IDE pulled up. Let me take these headphones off. And we have our boilerplate code ready to go. So what I'm going to do is, before we get into definitions and things like that, I'm going to pose just a real quick question, which is, can I eat dinner? All right, so we're using Boolean logic, we're gonna answer this question really quick, and hopefully it'll make this a lot easier for you to understand. So I'm gonna create a Boolean variable called I am hungry. I'm gonna set that equal to true, which it is, and I'm gonna create another Boolean called I have food. I'm going to set that equal to true. So now what I'm going to do is introduce our new operator, and it's the logical AND operator. And it is these two ampersands. So when these two ampersands are together like this symbol is our operator, and it takes two operands, one on each side. So what this does is this evaluates to either true or false based on the inputs, these two operands. Now, if both operands are true, it produces a true result. And if either one of those operands is false, it produces a false result. If both of them are false, it produces a false result as well. And so you can kind of understand this easily using plain English. So I'm going to write in a console.writeLine, and I'm going to print out to the console, I am hungry and I have food. All right, so there we are. So right now both of these values are true. So can I eat dinner is going to be answered by I am hungry and I have food. If I am hungry and I have food, then I can eat dinner. So let's print this out. So can I eat dinner? True. Yes, you can. Yes, I can. So if either one of these is false, if I'm not hungry, I can't eat dinner because I'm not hungry. If I don't have food, I can't eat dinner because I don't have food. So I'm going to switch one of these to false and print it out. First, I will close our terminal. Then I'll hit the play button. Can I eat dinner? False. Because I am not hungry. Now we can switch this to true, and we can generate a false value for I am hungry by also doing this. Right, that's our not operator. That reverses the value of a Boolean. But that was a previous video's lesson. So now, just for the sake of being complete, let's switch I have food to false and run it. But first close the terminal and hit the play button. And so you can see that that's false, right? Because I don't have food, so I can't eat dinner. Now, let's switch them both to false. Terminate the process, hit the play button. And this is just for the sake of being thorough. So you can see it is false again because I am not hungry and I do not have food. Cool. So that is the logical AND operator. Now let's talk about the kind of partner operator with this, which is the logical OR operator. The logical OR operator is created by using these two pipes together, or these two straight vertical lines together. When you use these guys together, they take two operands in the same way that the AND does, and it produces a true or false Boolean result based on the true or falseness of each of its operands. In the case of the OR produces a true result if both values are true, just like the and, but it also produces a true value if either one of those values is true. So you just have to have one value to be true for a true result from the or operator. Now, if both values are false, that's when you get a false value from the or operator. So in order to sort of make this a little bit more clear using English, let's ask a different question. Let's ask, can I sweep the floor? And I'm going to change my variable here to I have a broom. And I'm going to switch this variable to I have a vacuum. I think that's how you spell vacuum. Maybe it's two C's. Oh, geez. I'm going to pause here and just check the spelling of vacuum real quick. Okay, we're back. I'll just cut that out. It's one C. So now we're going to switch these to both to true. And then put these parameters into the console write line. All right, so make this window a little bit bigger. So here we have we have to switch our logical and to a logical or. Cool. So now this expression will return a true or false result. So now if I have a broom or I have a vacuum, I can sweep the floor. Let's run it real quick. If both of these things are true, we get a true value. So in that way, it's very similar to the and operator. However, if we switch one to false, we'll see what happens. When we used the and operator, we got a false value. However, when we use the or operator, we get a true value. So you can see the difference there. With the and, if only one is false, then the whole thing is false. With an or, if only one is true, then the whole thing is true. Okay. And just for the sake of being thorough, let's change both values to false and see how this evaluates. False. Perfect. So if I don't have a broom or I don't have a vacuum, then I can't sweep the floor. All right. And so this is called Boolean Logic. This is sort of like the just fundamental Boolean logic. And the and or operator can both be represented in what's called a truth table. And I have one over here that I'll pull over. So if you feel like either taking a screenshot of this or just looking in I'll try to link this in the description for this video, or maybe even if you're taking my class in the class notes, we have these truth tables. So we've got the and operator here. So if it's true and true, the result is true. If A is true and B is false, the result is false. If A is false and B is true, the result is false. If A is false and B is false, the result is false. And now we have the or as well. If A is true or B is true, the result is true. If A is true or B is false, the result is still true. If A is false or B is true, the result is true. If A is false or B is false, the result is false. So you can see that in these truth tables here. This is a great way to memorize this because it's very important. But outside of that, then all you need to know is how to make the operators in this language. So that's how you do it, and that's what they mean. Thanks.